Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
You are now tuned in to the Chris DeCerbo Show.
Jasir Taylor, run us through the decision of eventually, coming to Wake Forest. But in the beginning, you weren't set on that decision. You committed to Temple University and then you decommitted. Run us through that thought process of going back and forth from the school and then eventually going to Wake Forest.
Yeah, I felt like personally my recruitment during high school was kind of slow and I wasn't getting a lot of interest. So the first offer I had was Temple, and I've been back and forth up to Temple a lot during high school. So I was just shocked that I got an offer from them, and I committed maybe a week later. And then late into my senior year, kind of late November, early December, Wake Forest DM'd me out of nowhere. I never knew about Wake Forest. I've never seen them play or anything. Then I started doing my research and seeing how great their school is academically. And then obviously seeing the team and the conference that they're in and the competition that they play. So once they offered me, they visited my school in Brick Township every week, flying down, watching me see games, watching me playing games and coming to talk to me. And then I took an official visit there, and just that love that they gave me before the process of going to the official and how many times they came down to see me, and then getting up to campus and seeing how beautiful the school was and clicking with a lot of guys on my official, I decided to commit here.
How have they exceeded your expectations on what they promised you coming to Brick Township? Everyone gives you the recruitment. I'm sure, you heard it from Temple University and other schools that were probably reaching out to you. How did Wake Forest really follow through on their commitment to you and therefore making you follow through on their commitment to them?
In the process, they were just honest with me and true. A lot of schools try to sell you something just to get you there, but from the moment I talked to them, they were always true with me, telling me that if I come and work, I obviously have an opportunity to play, and that's all I needed was an opportunity, and that's what they held up on. I came and worked, and the years I've been here, I put my head down, made sure I put in the work on and off the field, and I'm in the position I am now.
It's interesting you say that they, told you that if you were in the right position, you'd be able to play. I mean, at first you expected to be a red shirt, right, in your first season?
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't, pan out that way. I mean, you played your freshman year. So, you worked hard and you got on there. Why did you gain playing time in a season where they thought you were going to be a red shirt?
I think I adapted really quickly. High school, I always wanted to play offense and have the ball in my hand, make plays. I never really thought about playing defense. And then they kind of came up with that idea of putting me at corner. When I got here, I had to learn a lot of things, technique-wise as well as playbook-wise. And I guess those things kind of clicked with me quickly, picking up the position. And I was able to find a way on the defense, playing start nickel as a freshman. And I really just think commitment, getting in the film room with the coaches and extra work with the players, just so I could help out the team in any way possible.
It's interesting you talk about starting out as playing nickel because currently, you don't really play too much nickel when you are out there on defense, which you're pretty much out there on every play now. Different how it was in the freshman year. How has that helped you progress as a corner? Because you, like you said, you really focused on the offensive side of the ball in high school. Come in playing nickel, which, it's not the easiest position in the world, especially being corner, because you're going to have that, instinct. How has it progressed, going from nickel to outside, and how do you think it's going to help you if you eventually go pro?
I think it kind of marries up a little bit. You still have to cover guys, just different sides in the inside and outside. But starting off at nickel is really a plus for me because I'm not the prototype tall corner, long corner. So nickel is actually where I probably would fit in at the next level, and having that versatility, being able to play inside, outside. I play safety even if I have to, and of course special teams. Just learning my role and mastering it. So I love playing inside and outside, and a lot of things are similar.
Let's talk about last year. Obviously, COVID played a big part in everything, and I'm sure that you've heard from every interview that you've done. You've had to take a role, especially with a lot of young guys that had to play last year. How have you progressed on a personal level and the captain sense? Because you were a team captain last year, but obviously you weren't as a freshman. No one really is. But coming in, how have you progressed on a personal standpoint, not just as a football player, but also mentally?
Becoming a captain last year is really tough. I was surprised at myself because typically I'm a quiet guy. I like to stay to myself, but I guess my teammates seen it more in me than I seen it in myself. Um, I'm more of a bigger impact to a lot of my teammates, especially that my position group is young and I have to really be a coach out there and help those guys progress. So I would say that role really helped me grow as a person on and off the field, being able to voice my opinion as well as help others out. What was the second part of the question?
Just pretty much, how did you embrace that role? How did you put forth the effort of showing that you were that captain, showing forth that you deserved that position?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I didn't do too much differently other than just be myself, but I became more vocal. I was in the spotlight when things went wrong or something needed to be done. I had to voice my opinion and speak up, and also be a representative for my players. Speak to the coaches when things going on that we don't like. And this was a tough year with COVID. Um, a lot of games getting canceled, not being able to go home. So being a captain this year and succeeding was really tough, but we got it done.
Do you think having that season last year is really going to help you guys coming forth this year, not just as a team, but on the defensive side of the ball? Where do you guys see yourselves progressing into this season on the defensive side?
I think we take a big jump. We're returning, I think, maybe 9 out of 11 guys, 2 guys left. So that first year or last year, that COVID year, especially for the younger guys and building that connection with the older guys and the whole defense, being able to play off each other. I believe that season was very helpful. Now this year, we finally get to put it all together and play a full season and really get out there and show what our defense is capable of. And we have a lot of guys at a lot of positions who will make plays, and I think we'll have a great defense this year.
What do you think the defense lacked last year that you guys are going to gain this year?
Lacked, I guess, experience. I mean, we had some young guys come in, play roles, starting roles. I was playing more than usual. Just that relationship and connection of playing with each other and that bond. The same defense pretty much. We got a couple new guys and transfers who will help us out immediately. But just being comfortable in the defense, the new defense that we're kind of tweaking and putting in, finally putting it all together, I think that will help us out.
What type of training have you done this offseason to get your body right so that way you can show, what you got in this fifth year that you were given?
Yeah, so when I go home back to Jersey, I train with my trainer. His name is RD. He's kind of like 25 minutes away from me in Tenant Falls, New Jersey. So I work out with him, and in those workouts, there's a bunch of college guys, NFL guys at the level and the same level that I want to be at. So working out with people who are in my competition level as well as my goal where I want to make it to. And obviously my trainer, he's a great guy. He knows what he's doing. We work on a lot of speed, strength, mobility, flexibility, just a lot to keep my body right and in position to play football. A lot of guys around here say I'm getting old, so just making sure my body is at tip-top shape. And then that's what I did over the summer while I was at home. And now we're just getting back into the flow of things in the weight room with conditioning and lift.
It's interesting you say that you feel old. I mean, you were the young guy on campus, and now you're the you're the what, the grandpa of the room? Is that what they call you? Is that how it is? Fifth year. But I mean,
Yeah.
This fifth year wasn't. I mean, you probably weren't expecting this last year. I mean, especially with COVID going on. And I know you've been asked a lot, about that redshirt year 2017, not being able, to have that, but you were kind of given that redshirt year now with the fifth year coming up. What has it meant to you to be able to, play football still and get another shot to really put your talents out there for the possibility of playing, at the professional level?
Yeah. Before the whole COVID year and the COVID rule, I was kind of sad and jealous that the guys that I came in with, most of them redshirted, if not all of them. So like I was gonna leave a year earlier than the guys I came in with and not be able to play another season with them. So that was on the forefront of my mind when I realized I get an extra year with the guys I came in with. And then secondly, another opportunity to showcase my skills and hopefully make it to the next level. So when they had rumors about this extra year, I was just hoping and praying it was true, and luckily it became true. And due to our season being short, I feel like this one will really help me.
I want to talk more about the football side, but I just want to ask, how important has it been to you to be able to graduate from Wake Forest, and get that degree? You talked about the academics in the beginning. What has it meant for you to, get that paper? You know what I mean? You're getting that, you're getting that right, the paper that you really need. Obviously, you want to get that paper, if you go professional, but I mean, that diploma is, it's awesome. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it honestly means a lot. I realized that once I crossed the stage and celebrated with my parents and see how happy it made them. But going through the process of school, you're just like, it's just another assignment, another paper. You don't really see the end goal of it. So walking across that stage and really receiving my diploma, I got time to really dwell on that and be proud of my accomplishments, knowing that whether football works out or not, I'll be in a really good place with this degree that I have from Wake Forest as well as my diploma.
What's the other plan besides going professional? What is your degree in? What are you looking to do? As a career, say if it doesn't work out, because obviously, football is the football is the ideal position, but not everyone makes it, and you have to have a backup plan. What's your backup plan?
I have a major in communications. I've taken a lot of classes in that because I coming into college, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do in the work field. So I've taken a lot of sports broadcasting classes or sideline reporter classes, but I also like real estate, flipping houses and doing things like that. So maybe something in those fields.
Getting back to the football side, you talked about the young guys coming up. Who are some players that we should watch out for other than yourself on the defensive side of the ball this year?
Our safety Nas Greer, he's coming back off of an injury. He's a great safety for us. He's really young. One of our nickels, Zion Keith. All of our corners, I feel like we're all good, and when we get out there, we'll all showcase our talents. We got 2 new transfers that I know of. I'm pretty sure we have a bunch more, but KJ, he's from Colorado. He plays corner as well. And Isaiah from Harvard, he plays corner. Linebackers, honestly, I'm excited for everybody all over. So just when you watch us play this year, make sure you keep your eyes open. Don't miss anybody.
Obviously, a lot of the young guys impressed last year, but being a captain last year, who really stood out to you? I know you want to give everyone their props, but there's got to be some guys that you were like, wow, he really did that.
Yeah. First, it would be Kalen Carson. He's my little brother here. He plays corner. His start to college was kind of rough. He was in and out of quarantine, not because he had COVID, but because of the people he lived with. So he had maybe like a week of fall camp and then ended up starting most of our games for us. So him and his journey, as well as freshman Nick Anderson, he was a walk-on, earned a scholarship, became a starter, made All ACC. Those 2 really stuck out to me, especially Nick. From the first day he was out there, I didn't know him at all until I heard him screaming signals and calls to me, get me lined up like he's been out there for years.
Who's the toughest cover in the receiver group at Wake Forest? Don't tell me everyone. I want one.
One?
I want one. I want who, and then what I want to see next is I want to see you guys go one-on-one, and I want to see a post on social media. So everyone, people don't know, I'm from Brick Township, and I would love for everyone back home to really be able to see this one-on-one posted up there. So who's the guy?
Toughest, I go outside and inside. Outside, Torian Perry. He's one of our outside receivers. He's just tall, long, and he's quick as well, like a little guy. So him on the outside, and on the inside, I'll say Keyshawn Williams. He was a freshman last year. He's really twitchy. As soon as the ball snaps, he's already at 100 miles per hour, and he stops on a dime. So those 2.
When you look at your film for yourself, and when you look at the type of player you are, do you consider yourself a physical corner or a finesse corner? Obviously, that means do you like to lay the wood and hit somebody, or are you more looking to get the ball and make a play for your defense and go the other way?
I wish I was a physical corner, but to be honest, I'm pretty much a finesse corner.
Mhm.
We play a lot of off coverage.
There's no shame in that. It's I mean, especially
Yeah.
in the NFL. You see everyone. You don't have to be a physical guy in today's game because there's a lot of guys out there that are just going to dominate. I mean, Julio Jones. I'm sure you don't want to go up close. You're not going to win that battle. I don't think really too many people in the NFL today are going to win that battle. So I completely understand. But why do you consider yourself a finesse guy?
Because like I was saying, we play a lot of off coverage. Well, last year we did. So I'm not really up at the line of scrimmage as much, pressing guys, tackling ball behind the line of scrimmage. But being that I'm off, I do get to see a lot, make plays on the perimeter, and most importantly, get the ball down.
When you explain your game tape, what parts of your game do you wish were more noticed, in the scouting world and all that? And what do you want people to look out for? Obviously we see big plays and stuff like that. We see the interceptions, we see all that because that's a highlight. That's what everyone gets to see. But what little things do you do that you really want to show that you can do at the next level as well?
I'm not sure how easy it is to see on film, but I feel like my film work and my preparation really helps me on game day. A lot of anticipation in the routes that I play, the formations I see, and the sets I see. I feel like I have a good beat on what the offense has to do.
Is there a matchup that you've gone against that you want people to watch? Obviously, there's the highlight from when you went against Amani Brown and you took away the interception from him. But is there really, a key matchup out there that really shows your talents and a guy that really, made you put the work in?
Yeah, watch that game against UNC. Amani Brown, always drafted second or third round.
Washington football team, hey,
yeah.
Eagles fans though. We got a little bit more hatred towards that, but good for him. But yeah, I saw that. You put the clamps on. You got that ball away from an NFL receiver. You could say that, but that's the game you want people to go back and watch.
That's a good game because I feel like he's one of the top receivers, and I feel like I played him really well that game.
Gotcha. I just have one last question, Jasir, because I have to ask it. I see it hanging up there over that door back there. What does it mean to be tailor made?
It means a lot. I actually got it. I got that big thing tatted across my back. It's just something I really harp on as my family, and that's my last name. So whether I'm out on the field or in the world, I just want to make sure I represent my last name the best way because it's not only just me carrying this name, my younger siblings, the people before me, and the people after me. So just making sure I'm the best Jasir to the world and I'm respectable and that people know that I carry my name with pride.
What type of people do you have in your corner and what kind of support system do you have? That's the biggest thing, especially, if you do make it to professional level. I'm sure you see with everything, you might come into some money and you need to have those people around you that are really going to put you in the right way. Can you highlight some of those people, from high school to here that have really put you in this position?
Yeah, I don't know if I could point anybody out in particular, but my support system is crazy. From my parents, my step parents, my grandparents, my friends, my family. I got friends from Brook Township, Asbury Park, Neptune. I have a lot of people behind me that support me no matter what. So you really don't see it until you go away and then you make a post of something you did good, whether that's in school. I post something about making the dean's list and I get so much love from all over, people calling and texting me, as well as I do when I make plays on the football field. So just a lot of people in my corner.
Awesome, Jasir. It was really great to talk to you. I really do appreciate you getting, me, the DeCerbo show and also the fans of NFL Draft Diamonds, a deeper look at the type of player you are. You definitely have the capability to be a diamond in the rough for some NFL team. And not just saying that because I know you, but I think your tape speaks for itself and you can really put out in this fifth year. I look forward to watching more Wake Forest games and I hope more people pay attention to that secondary that you guys have back there.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. It's really crazy how we played together and now you're in a position to help me play at the next level with your show. So thank you very much for considering me.
Nah, it's cool. Just like I said, what I told you, if you end up becoming an Eagles fan, if you end up becoming an Eagles player, I just want one jersey with that name sign. That's all I need. That's all I don't need any tickets. I don't need nothing. I'll pay for the jersey. I'll send it to you. I just need
only if you put it up behind you.
100%. I'll get rid of my dog picture. All right. I'll put my dog. I'll get rid of him, and I'll put that up there. I promise you, Jasir. I got that. But thank you so much, for taking the time today, man.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.